Imagine waking up to the sound of power drills and finding a construction crew in your backyard, building a massive wooden fence 2 feet past your property line. My neighbor, Mr. Miller, just smirked and told me to sue him if I didn't like it. He thought I was too broke for a lawyer. He was right, but he didn't know. I was a retired city planning clerk with every building code in this county memorized. Welcome back to Karma Files. Today we're seeing why you should never play land grab with someone who knows the law better than the police. Mr. Miller was the neighborhood bully. He had a massive house, 3 luxury SUVs, and an ego that didn't fit in his driveway. For years, he treated the street like his private property. When he decided to extend his backyard, he didn't bother with a survey. He just moved the line. I tried to be nice. I showed him my deed. He literally laughed in my face and said, "What are you going to do about it, little man? Call the cops? They'll tell you it's a civil matter." He was smug, thinking his wealth made him untouchable. He spent $10,000 on that custom cedar fence, making sure it blocked my view of the valley. He thought he won, but he made one fatal mistake. He assumed I was looking for a lawyer, when I was actually looking at his house's historical blueprints. While Miller was celebrating his extra land with a backyard barbecue, I was at the City Hall records room. I discovered something incredible. 2 years ago, Miller had built a massive 2-story sunroom and an outdoor kitchen. According to the records, he never pulled a single permit for them. In our county, any structure within 5 feet of a property line requires a specific variance and a heavy-duty drainage inspection. By moving his fence 2 feet into my yard, he had technically moved his entire property's legal boundary in the eyes of the city. He had inadvertently proved that his new sunroom was now violating the mandatory setback laws. I didn't sue him. I didn't even talk to him. I simply filed a formal notice of encroachment and code violation with the building inspector. When the inspector arrived, Miller tried to bribe him with a friendly drink. It didn't work. The inspector didn't just look at the fence. He looked at everything. Because the fence proved Miller didn't respect property lines, the inspector did a full audit. Not only was the fence ordered to be removed within 48 hours, but the sunroom and the outdoor kitchen were declared illegal structures and a fire hazard. Since they were built over a main utility line, the city issued a notice of condemnation. Miller was ordered to demolish 40% of his house at his own expense. Seeing the wrecking ball swing into that illegal sunroom while I sat on my porch with a beer, that was the most beautiful sight I've ever seen. Miller tried to steal 2 feet of grass. He ended up losing half his house and over $100,000 in fines and demolition costs. He ended up selling the property at a loss and moving away. The lesson? Pigs get fat, but hogs get slaughtered. Never try to take what isn't yours, especially from someone who knows where the bodies and the building codes are buried. Have you ever had a neighbor from hell? How did you settle the score? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Karma Files for more neighborhood justice.